Cheers, mate. How are you?
Hello, mate. How we doing?
Good, mate. Good, good. Yeah, we've been talking a lot about you, buddy.
Yeah, good. I've been kept coming in and out, but I had to charge my battery for a bit, so I've just got Jack coming. Are you looking forward to the steaks? The most important question.
Cheers.
Hello, Jack. How you doing, mate?
Look at this.
Yeah, good.
Like we planned it.
So yeah, you've got the Japanese A5 all ready to go, have you?
Oh yeah,
Look at that.
We didn't want to cook it until we got your advice, basically.
Yeah, don't fuck it up, basically. That would be my advice. It's very expensive, so yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I might save mine till afterwards, just so I can get it exactly right. Set it up, you know. I was going to do it live, but you know.
Well, it's so thin though, it's literally, I think everyone panics about cooking it, but to be honest, just treat it like a normal steak. I would actually recommend maybe even putting it in the fridge and then putting it straight onto the fire, which most people will tell you not to do, but because it's so thin, you don't want to overcook the center of it. And with Wagyu, the fat melts in your hands straight away, so you just want to try and keep that as much as possible. Chuck it on 30 seconds aside and it should be done. That's all being well.
That's a quick cook, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, well, as you can see, it's quite a big piece. So I've never, every time I order a Japanese A5, the steaks are absolutely massive, purely because they feed them for 900 days compared to a standard cattle of, say, 120 days. So they're so much bigger, so you get a lot more meat off them. But with a lot of the places, you get a massive steak, which is like that, but they're cut very thinly. So,
what cut would this be then, this steak?
What was that, sorry?
What cut is this steak? Because obviously you say they're large steaks.
I think I sent you a sirloin. It's sirloin or a ribeye, I think. So, but I mean, the first giveaway we did was a Japanese A5 Miyazaki, and it was a 4 kilo fillet, but I've never even seen a fillet look like that. It just didn't, it was this absolutely massive 4 kilo thing, which normally a fillet doesn't weigh 4 kilos. So yeah, they're slightly different to your normal cows, basically.
Well, don't they say fat is heavier than muscle?
You're not a cow though, are you?
I think I'm about half cow nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
I know, I feel that way after the amount of steak I've had to eat because of this setting this up. It's crazy, yeah.
So maybe tell us a little bit about them, mate. We've heard that you're a little bit of a steak aficionado, you know, and you have been for quite some time. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got MySteakClub up and running, mate.
So yeah, I still work full time, you see, but I have a lot of time with my job. So I thought I'll try to do a bit of affiliate marketing, and I tried a few websites. I kind of did okay. And then I wanted to do something that I was passionate about, basically. They always say if you can make money whilst doing something that you love, that's what you want to be doing, really. You spend most of your time at work. So I kind of tried to think of an idea with steak, and MySteakClub came about, basically. I hadn't seen it done before, where you combine raffle prizes with discount and you charge a small monthly fee. So our rates are $4.99 a month, or for the 12-month membership, it's $34.99. So it's not a massive amount, but the idea is that you use the discounts, that will save you money. It will pay for your membership, but if you don't use the discounts, then at least you get to still win. I mean, this month we're giving away Japanese Wagyu every Wednesday. We've got a Pro Q Smoker Frontier going up. We've got a Kamado Joe Jr. plus an Australian T-bone Wagyu up for grabs as well. So there's some amazing prizes, and for, as I say, $4.99 a month, or for the actual 12-month one, I think it works out about $280 a month or something like that. It's not much money, but you can win some amazing prizes. So that was the idea behind it all, basically. Yeah.
So basically, like the price of a coffee from, you know, a chain establishment per month, and then you've got a chance of winning, you know,
barbecues. Yeah,
to America, didn't you, at one point? So
exactly, that was the biggest one we've done yet, which was a £2,000 trip to New York. But it was all based around steak, so we kind of went out. You had money to spend at Don Wagyu, which do the Wagyu Japanese A5 steaks. You had money to spend at Cat's Deli. So I want to try and go into a bit more of that kind of trips away, but it's all based around steak, basically. So yeah, that's the idea behind it all. Yeah, I've got a few more. I'd love to do a trip to Japan for one, a trip to Texas for the barbecue, for the barbecue crowd and stuff. So yeah, for £2.80 a month or whatever it is on the 12-month one, I don't think it's bad value, but yeah.
I think you need to send a couple of guys ahead first of all to check it out, make sure everything's okay. Right, I think you need some scouts.
I've done that with the Wagyu, I can assure you. I wasn't making sure every Wagyu I do check, just to make sure it's good enough for the members.
People ain't going to feel sorry for you, John, you know what I mean? You're trying to get a bit of sympathy here, but I don't think it's going to work.
No, I don't add.
So then you work with a lot of different steak suppliers then around the country. Anything in particular that you recommend or you've got going at the moment on your site?
Yeah, all of them, to be honest. As I say, might sound a bit wrong, but I want to try and test every single steak that we do. And that one right there, the Wagyu sausage, which is this week's steak of the week. We had it last night. It's absolutely incredible. Yeah, how good is it?
Mate, I've eaten
it's actually like eating just a steak, basically, isn't it? Yeah, it's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Really nice. So yeah, we kind of work with quite a few of the pretty much all the big ones are involved, and what we try and do is a steak of the week each week, which is where we do a massive discount. Try and mix it up, and that was the idea. Instead of sending people steak each week where they might just cancel, they don't have the freezer space, they don't have the money, I just wanted to try and get a discount on the world's best steak, and it's up to them if they buy it or not. Basically, it's gives them the kind of flexibility to get it if they want it, and if they don't, they can miss it that week, sort of thing. So that was the idea behind it all. Yeah,
I think
you've got some really good name brands, haven't you, signed up? You've got places like Hickson's, you know, Hawksmoor. I mean, we had a Hawksmoor box a couple of weeks ago, and that was some of the best steak I've ever had on the grill.
Yeah, so we kind of a lot of the prizes that we do, we have, as I said, we want to use the big ones. I mean, we've got Tom Hickson's, John Davidson's, Meet Me at Home, the Gourmet Market, as I said, Sausage Today we've been working with as well. So yeah, we've got some really good ones, and I want to try and get a bit more into the restaurants. I want to try and create package deals with hotels, restaurants combined, and yeah, try and find the best steakhouses around the UK, really, because that's the whole idea of this, is just to get people eating the best steak there is, for the cheapest price possible.
Brilliant.
So in that case, then, do you have a favourite steakhouse, or you can't really say?
I've got a few though, to be honest. So there's one in Manchester which is called Fazenda. I don't know if you've ever been. It's all you can eat Brazilian, which you go in there and you're leaving a world of pain. They need beds after it.
Cut it off the spit for you.
Yeah, but the quality of the steaks are absolutely incredible. So I would always probably say that's my favourite. But there's one in Chester called Upstairs at the Grill, and they're fantastic as well. But to be honest, I like them all. I like Miller and Carter. I mean, even though it's the biggest branch going, they're still absolutely incredible. So you always get a good steak from there. You know what you're getting. So.
What about breed? Because there's a lot of different breeds of steak. So what would be your go-to kind of breed?
Be a bit wrong if I didn't say Wagyu, wouldn't it? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, me and my wife were in Amsterdam, and we got to try Japanese A5 Wagyu, and we said it was a once in a lifetime thing. £100, I think it cost, or €100 for 100 grams, and said this is the only time I'm going to try it. And yeah. Now I've got a business sort of selling it. So yeah. Yeah, I liked it that much. I mean, it is one of those experiences. I think when you get that perfect bite, you just won't ever beat it. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
But there's going to be different things as well.
I'm going to have to drop out quickly. The cats jumped the fence. Thanks a lot, John.
Take care. That was a bit of an interruption there, eh?
Well, I don't know if you heard at the beginning of the show, there was a dog barking really loudly.
I heard all that, yeah.
So it's probably, the cat probably decided to jump the fence. But, yeah, John, I mean, so just talk me through how we would cook this then, because obviously you said straight out of the fridge, so...
Yeah, so I would always try and... As you can see, it is quite a thin steak, so but the marbling on it is, as I say, absolutely incredible. So without actually seeing their steak myself, I usually, whenever I've had them from the likes of Tom Hickson, they are very thin. So 30 seconds aside, maybe 45, straight from the fridge. And what it does from the fridge, it just keeps that center a bit cold. When it's a big steak, the last thing you want to do is that, because it would be blue in the middle. But with a Japanese A5, you've got that play to do it. So
yeah,
30 to 45 seconds. And once it's cooked, I think the best thing to do with it is try it as many ways as possible. Like, that doesn't look a very big steak, but I can assure you, you will start feeling a bit sick after eating about 4 or 5 mouthfuls.
Yeah.
So
I bet it's really. I mean, I've had Wagyu before. I don't know if it was A5, but it was really rich. You know, it's quite a thick tomahawk, and someone suggested cutting it in half and cooking it into 2 different steaks. And I remember it basically coats your mouth. It's really like unctuous, but yeah, it did fill you up pretty quick.
it does. It's so rich. I mean, the best way to probably describe it, I think Hilly was trying to come back on, is it's like eating beef butter, basically. I think that's the best way to describe it.
Awesome.
Yeah,
we've actually got a cocktail specifically designed to combat the richness of the steak. I don't know if you've seen what we're going to make to have with it.
No.
We're making
Let's have a look.
a wasabi spritz. So basically it's wasabi, lemon juice, buffalo trace and soda water. So like,
oh, nice.
Fresh and like spicy, yeah, to go with the steak. So we'll be making that at 5:30. So if you want to make it along with us, yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely I'll have a look, yeah. So wasabi is quite well known in Japan as well to have with your steak. I think you have wasabi and then you kind of fry a garlic chip and put that onto the wasabi with a bite. So each bite they do is sort of they try and mix it up with every bite in Japan. So I would recommend trying that. Try it without any seasoning at all. Then try it with a little bit of salt, a bit of soya sauce on another bite. Just keep trying to get every bite a bit different, really, yeah. Make the most of it. It's an 80 quid steak, so yeah, enjoy.
I'm not sharing this one, I'll tell you that.
Oh, a good friend here, Loving Every Morsel, has just joined us. She's over in New York there. Cheers.
Long Island, New York, mate.
It's New York.
Long Island.
But,
yeah.
oh, wicked, mate, wicked. So, do you barbecue yourself then, mate, at all?
I do. I've only got into it probably in the last year or so, but obviously with lockdown, I think I'd kind of joined the crowd like everyone else, to be honest. I've got a Weber Deluxe and a mini Audi Kamado one, which is great. That's how I smoked the Wagyu sausages on yesterday. So I'm getting more and more into it though. So I've got a sous vide as well. So I used to do a lot of my cooking. I'm allowed to say that word on here, by the way.
You know what? When it comes to cooking, we're just like whatever works, isn't it, Hills? You know, we're not elitist. Whatever process you want to use.
No.
Well, that's what I thought with brisket. It's sort of, I've kind of watched quite a few brisket videos where they kind of smoke it first, get the flavour of the smoke into it, but then finish it in the sous vide to make sure it's cooked perfectly. And I tried it, but it didn't really work. Yeah, I've smoked it though all the way through, and it just worked better. So yeah,
It takes the sport out of it.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I like sitting outside and having a beer for a good 6 hours when you cook a brisket. It's great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's not ready yet.
I know. Well, I tried it yesterday. The heavens opens, but I guess that's British barbecuing, isn't it? You've just got to go with it and enjoy it.
Well, look, sun up there. We've got it all a bit grey.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like grey and rainy here. It's like,
No, well, for once, we're Macclesfield where I'm based, so just South Manchester, and usually it rains all the time, so we're taking advantage of this sunshine, and I'm sitting outside.
Good on
nice,
you,
nice one. Do you have a favourite steak yourself?
Yes, it's a Wagyu Pecan. You just can't. If you get I think it was an Australian one about marbling score about 7 to 8. So it wasn't the full-blooded sort of Pecan, but it's one. Pecan's my favourite cut, but when you mix it with Wagyu, it is just out of this world, yeah. And the ones who do probably the best one is Meet Me at Home. They've got their own brand called Three Down Hills. Yeah, I think it's about 80 quid, 72 quid, depending on the size. You get about 2 kilos there. And for British Wagyu, their stuff is absolutely incredible. And as you said, you get about anywhere from about 6 to 8 steaks out of that. So it works out about 6-7 quid a steak, which you can't really complain for that quality at all. Yeah, but they're doing some really good stuff.
We had that a little while ago, and we had they sent us sirloins, and they were to die for. They were really, really nice.
Yeah, so I think they work quite closely with the Warrendale Wagyu, which is probably the biggest brand of Wagyu in the UK. But they've got the same farms, but they completely treat the animals different. So they've got different feeding, they have all different programs, everything like that. So quite interesting. You've got the biggest Wagyu farm, but you've got two different sort of Wagyus coming out of it, which is great.
Nice. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm a big fan of the picanha as well. You know, that's a perfect barbecue steak. You know, well, I mean,
it's just amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
We did it the other week. I like to sear the fat and then the other side a little bit, take it off, then do the slices. And then you can cook everyone their own, you know, rare, medium, sort of individual steaks. That's what I've found. It's just a perfect way to sort of dish out steaks nice and easy to people, you know?
Well, that's probably the one I try and promote the most as well, because everyone's heard of fillet, everyone's heard of ribeyes, everyone's heard of sirloins, the rumps, but the steaks like the hanger steak, the Cayenne steaks, the skirt steaks, these are some of the best steaks with the best flavour, and you can do so much more with them, but they cost you a fraction of the price. So you might as well go with these and save the ones for the restaurants, your fillets for the restaurants, because that's all they serve really in most places. So yeah.
And as you say, if you're buying the actual whole cut, so you're buying the whole picanha, the rump cap, and you're splitting it into individual steaks, it's a more economical way of buying a decent steak.
Exactly. I mean, I think that's when I first started this. People were kind of put off by the prices as well. Like, you could buy that Cayenne steak for £70, which people were thinking £70 for a steak. It's a lot of money, but the idea is you cut it up and put it into your freezer, or a big barbecue. You get everyone over and kind of cook together. So yeah.
Nice. Well, all right. Well, we've got to head off now. We're heading off to California now. Macclesfield to California. How's that, mate?
It's not. You guys are doing all right, aren't you? I will just mention that we are doing a discount code for you guys as well, called Sizzle. That gets you £10 off a 12-month membership. So it works out. I think it's $24.99 for the year, which is about £2 a month. So yeah, not bad at all.
Definitely worth it.
Sizzle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, guys. Well, it's been a pleasure speaking to you all.
Thanks for coming on, mate, and thank you for the lovely steak. I think I'm gonna put mine back in the fridge actually, and then I might do it live. Actually, do it live.
I look forward to seeing how you guys do with it and your reaction as well, because it is one hell of a steak. So yeah, enjoy it.
No pressure.
Thanks a lot, Pete. Thanks for joining,
guys. Take care. We'll speak to you soon.
Thanks, mate.
See you later, guys.
Yeah.